Morning, good morning. Ann Metcalf here. Conscious eating, conscious living, our all-chemical chat for Sunday morning, May 2nd, 2021. And I'm in my kitchen this morning, and I wanted to show you about dry roasting spices. And for those of you who already know how to do that, awesome. Thank you for listening, and for those of you to listen in the future. I've been taking an Ayurvedic nutrition program this year from a beautiful human being who's so knowledgeable, Andrea Haley Sankaran, and I've been learning so much and just enjoying my cooking and the flavors in my food so much. And what I learned a few weeks ago was just how important it is to heat certain spices to bring out their flavor. And when we're cooking, we do that. Especially, I love to use my ghee butter, which I make at home now. And when you heat up the spices, especially the black mustard seed, the cumin, coriander, and then they just pop in the oil with flavor. But I've learned another way of creating your own powder, your spice powder. And there's 4 spices that really lend themselves to the heating and then the grinding. And those are cumin, coriander, black pepper, and fennel. And so this morning we're going to heat them up. And so welcome to my kitchen. I'm going to put the elements on kind of a medium heat, and we'll get that started. I've got my spoon ready to go. And I'm just going to, while that's heating up, I'm going to just tell you something about what I do with my papaya seeds. And these have been dried in the oven. So I take the papaya seeds from my papaya, dry them on a kind of a low heat for, depending on your oven, might take an hour or 2, depending on how long and how low. Like I put it about, my oven's in centigrade. So that's usually about 130, 140 centigrade in my oven. And just till they're all dried out. And then you can rub off some of the extra papaya pulp that's attached to them. And I just store them in a jar. And then when I want my pepper, I grind them in my little auger here. And so the rest of the information that I've got today on the 4 spices, just a little bit of background knowledge on how they're good for the digestion, and that comes from joyfulbelly.com and Good Gut Ayurveda, which is Andrea's site. And so we're just heating that up, and I'm just going to get the spices that I ground yesterday. So I've got 2 here. So I think we'll use those. So I've got that just to kind of show you after, rather than listening to the grinding. I just use a coffee grinder, and it works out really, really nicely. So it's getting warm. And so this morning we're going to use, this is coriander, and it comes in this beautiful shell. And not too much of an aroma just by itself. And of course, I just learned that coriander comes from cilantro. It's a cilantro seed. And so we use it in our cooking. So I just plop it in there. And we've got the cumin. And there's the cumin seed. So it's kind of a long and narrow. And something to remember when you're doing the cooking. 1, there's no oil. It's dry heat only. And normally I just use 1 pan at a time when I'm cooking, but I've got 2 here, just to show you 2 spices. And just be mindful of them, especially the fennel and the cumin seeds. They can burn quite quickly, so you need to be mindful. This is where you can practice your mindfulness and appreciation of these seeds. Many of them have come from different countries, India, Indonesia, the Far East, basically. And so while that's kind of warming up, I'll just talk about what the benefits. So you've got coriander and cumin. And actually cumin is a member of the carrot family. And if you actually let a carrot in your garden that you're going to grow to seed, it's got this beautiful seed head with all the little carrot seeds. And I suspect when cumin is grown, it's kind of like that. And it's also in the carrot, celery, and the parsley family. And it's a powerhouse that warms the digestive process, so the food is assimilated and digested comfortably, because that's what we want. We want easy digestibility, and that when you eat your food that is easily digestible, then you don't get the inflammation. And when you don't have the inflammation in your gut, then that's how you can be really healthy. And so the spices actually help in that process. And you just gotta watch. I'm just shaking my cumin seeds here. And the cumin also helps. It's got this pungent taste, and it warms, and it stimulates the blood flow to the digestive organs. It stimulates peristalsis, which is that rhythmic contraction of your digestive tract, to propel the stagnant food and the gas downward. Now, coriander is the seed of the cilantro plant. I'm just taking a whiff. I'm starting to smell the cumin, and it's changing color a little bit. And the coriander is coming. So the coriander, it also improves digestion, and it controls gas, and it's also diuretic. And it reduces the inflammation in your gut, calms the muscle spasms, and increases the absorption and the assimilation of nutrients. So really, really important. So just keep a mindful eye. So you get to breathe in the essence of these spices. It's like the body's going, ooh, I love that. There we go. So mine sort of, there we go. Now just be mindful. If you burn the spices, toss them, because they don't have the healing properties that you want, or it's just too far burned. Now the fennel, the dry version is kind of a greenish color. And fennel is another member of the carrot family, and they do their little magic by perking up the palate, stimulating hunger, and priming the digestive system. And so skip the breath mints tonight and chew on some fennel seeds, and they function as an excellent mouth freshener. Apparently in India, they use that a lot. And it's an after-meal digestive and breath freshener, so it's kind of a 2-in-1. And if you ate a little too much, or you feel bloated, what's the food a tad too spicy, fennel relieves gas and bloating, and so it functions to reduce the burping, acid reflux, and alleviate the nausea and indigestion. And I'll show you that in a minute. I'll just turn this down a little bit, because we don't want to burn it. And I'm starting to smell the coriander, which is great. And the black pepper is another one that you can create your own black pepper powder by using the same process. And it's got a pungent quality, and it stimulates the heart and improves circulation via vasodilation. It destroys the mucus in the digestive tract and the sinuses, and it helps to stimulate the hydrochloric acid in your stomach, so you can better digest and absorb the foods that you eat. And it's got carminative properties, which actually help reduce the discomfort and the gas buildup in your intestine. And actually the word pepper was originated from a South Asian word called papali, and it gradually came to include all the different kinds of peppers, bell peppers, chilies, etc. And it's derived from the energizing, spirited qualities of black pepper. So you know what? I think my coriander is done. So we'll turn that down. And you can just smell the cumin seeds, just yummy. So that is my little demonstration on the cooking. And I did some of these yesterday. Oh, and if you could smell this cumin seed, freshly ground from yesterday, oh, it's just divine. That's all I can say. It's just divine. It's absolutely beautiful. And this one, it was the fennel. And this one, you can really, once you grind them, you can really, the aroma it's just bursting with flavor. So I encourage you to try these 4 spices, the curcumin, the cumin, the black pepper, and the fennel, to add flavor to your food. I use it when I make my khichdi, which is the dal and the basmati rice. You can use it in many, many dishes. So I encourage you to play with that. And so before we finish our little conscious eating, conscious living session for today, we've got our meditation cards, wisdom of the heart. And so the one we've got for today is, I am healthy and whole. And when we look after ourselves, when we use our intuition to know what foods are right for us, and I use muscle testing for that a lot, then we can be those healthy, vibrant beings that we came here to be. And my Manifest Your Magnificence, and let's see, purple one, purple. And it says, I am growing. I am growing. And we grow. Each challenge is an opportunity to learn. Absolutely. And change your perspective so that everything that happens is an opportunity to learn. And I'm hosting a masterclass talk this coming Thursday, and it will be on Zoom, and it's May 6th at 1 p.m. Pacific time. And if you'd like to join me, email me at rosiesjoy11@gmail.com. And that's ROSIES11@gmail.com. And come and join the conversation. I'll be talking about our gut health and how to keep our gut buddies happy. Because when they're happy and balanced and whole, so is the rest of our body, mind, and spirit. Blessings to you all. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Thank you.